Instead of spreading negativity, they choose responsible digital behavior by respecting privacy and helping others.
Responsible digital behavior means thinking before clicking, posting, or sharing.
Yes, kasi permanent minsan ang digital footprint. What we post online can affect reputation, relationships, and even future opportunities.
Technology should be used to connect, learn, and inspire, not to spread hate or misinformation.
And being globally connected also means respecting different cultures, opinions, and identities online.
For me, technology is very powerful because it helps people communicate and learn faster. But I realize that being connected online also comes with responsibility. Hindi lang lahat ng nakikita natin online ay totoo. Kaya importante na mas maging careful sa pag-share ng information. I also learned that simple actions online can affect other people emotionally and mentally. As students and digital users, we should practice respect, kindness, and critical thinking every time we use technology.
My reflection is that technology can either help or harm depending on how people use it. Globally connectivity allows us to meet new people, access information, and express ourselves. But we should not abuse that freedom. Responsible digital behavior includes fact checking, protecting privacy, and avoid harmful online actions. I learned that even small online decisions, it can create a big impact in real life. So, technologies should bring people together in a positive and safe way.
And that ends our podcast for today.
So, remember, think before you click, post, and share.
Because in a connected world,
Thank you for
responsible digital behavior
listening,
matters. Thank you for listening.
everyone. Shh.
Hi, besties! Welcome back to the pod. Hope you guys are having a good week doing your skincare and staying hydrated. Today, we need to talk about something low key terrifying but super important. We're diving into the whole one planet shared responsibility vibe. Because let's be real, the earth is so stressed. Like, major burnout levels of stress na talaga siya. And honestly, we cannot just scroll past this anymore. So, what's actually happening to our planet? If we look at the global stats, it's a whole lot of yikes. We have climate change making the weather act completely bipolar. Pollution and waste are literally everywhere. And biodiversity loss, meaning we're losing animals and plants at a speed that honestly heartbreaking. Look at this. Look at this photo on your screen right now. That is not a movie prop, guys. That is our reality. And if you think, oh, that's happening in some faraway ocean, hindi ko drama yan. Think again, bestie. Think again. Let's connect the dots to the Philippines. We love our aesthetic beach trips like Boracay, El Nido, Siargao. But real talk, the Philippines is actually one of the top contributors to ocean plastic waste globally. Yung single plastic use na tinatapon natin sa tapat ng bahay natin, it gets washed into our rivers, goes into the ocean, and joins the global plastic crisis, di ba? It's a toxic style. On the flip side naman, rich countries throw out massive carbon emissions, warming up the global oceans. The result, coral bleaching right here in our backyard. Our local fishermen end up with zero catch, which nagtitrigger sa food crisis for us. So yeah, what happens globally hits us locally, and what we do locally affects the world. It's all connected. Now let's talk about accountability. Whose fault is it anyway? If we're talking about countries and big corporations, of course they have a massive ethical responsibility for that. The richest nations literally built their wealth on fossil fuels, leaving developing countries like the Philippines to suffer the worst typhoons. That is why climate justice is a huge movement right now. They need to pay up and fund green solutions. But that doesn't mean we get a free pass. We, as individuals, have a shared responsibility too. We cannot just play the victim card and do nothing. It's an ethical choice, guys. Taking care of the environment isn't a hobby, okay? It's literally making sure the next generation actually has a livable planet. So, how do we fix this without losing our minds, 'di ba? First, let's look at sustainable practices you can do today. First is like bringing a reusable tumbler. Bringing reusable tumbler isn't just for the clean girl aesthetic bestie, huh? It actually saves thousands of plastics from ending up in a turtle's nose. Then refuse single-use plastics when buying milk tea or ordering food online. Click that no utensils button, okay? Second, on a larger scale, we need to champion green technology. We need to push for renewable energy like solar and wind power here in the Philippines. Imagine if our public transport shifted to fully electric vehicle like Egypt, or if our agriculture used techs that didn't ruin the soil, diba? The solutions are literally right here, literally right there. We just need to implement them. So, at the end of the day, guys, there is no planet B, huh? We can't just pack our bags and move to Mars. This is our only home, okay? One planet shared responsibility means we all have a part to play. Big or small, your choices matters, okay? Thank you guys for listening. If this episode resonated with you, please hit that share button. Let's spread the word, okay? Let's manifest a healthier planet, shall we? Again, this is Raiza May Santiago reminding you to love our planet because she's the only one we've got, okay? Bye guys. The global issues that affects me the most is definitely the climate crisis talaga. Living in the Philippines, hindi na lang siya abstract concept eh. We feel it firsthand through extreme heat waves and more destructive typhoons every year. It's deeply concerning because it directly threatens our futures, safety, and livelihood. As a global citizen, my ethical responsibility to practice mindful consumption and accountability. I have to acknowledge that my daily choices, from the plastic I use to the brands I support, have a big global footprint. It is also my duty to advocate for climate justice, recognizing that we must hold big polluters accountable while protecting vulnerable communities. To contribute to a better global society naman, I choose to start small but think big. Locally, I can adopt sustainable habits like reducing single-use waste and supporting eco-friendly practices, 'di ba? Digitally and socially, I can use my voice to raise awareness. Lahat tayo, we can use our voice to raise awareness. Individual actions might seem tiny, but when combined, they create the cultural shift we need to save our only home. That's all.